What is up, guys? Welcome to this video. This is Q&A number 9 on my channel, I believe. I think the last one I did was 3 or 4 months ago, so I figured now would be the perfect time to do another one. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Nick Palladino Fitness Instagram account. I think I got about 60 plus comments or questions to be specific. So I just ran through, how many do I have here? I have about 10 to 12 here, I think. So I'm just gonna run through as many as possible. You guys already know how to do these Q&As. You guys already know what to expect from them. So we're gonna jump right into it. Get started with question number 1. Okay, so question number 1. How did you manage to get such a crazy following on your modeling IG? A little backstory on this. If you guys don't know, I'm sure all of you guys probably know I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have my Nick Palladino Fitness one, which is 21,900, I think. And then I have Nick Palladino, which is just my name, and it has like 678,000 right now. That account started when I was first starting the model. I think I was around 17 years old when I first came down to LA with a different agency. They wanted me to start an Instagram up, so I had no idea what it was. I jumped on Instagram so late, probably like 2 or 3 years after they first started Instagram, so I was already late to the game. And honestly, I can't take a lot of credit for how big my following is right now, just because I was at the right place at the right time. It was when Instagram was really like popping off, when the algorithm was like really in my benefit. So I was just taking pictures with other influencers, cross-promoting that way. I was doing a lot of photo shoots and test shoots with photographers that had a big influence as well. So it was just going up like absolutely crazy, and I took advantage of that. Within the 2 months that I lived in LA at that time, I went from 50,000 to 175,000 followers. That blew my mind, guys. I had no idea. I was like, I was going up, at one point I was going up 3,000 to 4,000 followers a day, and I was just like refreshing my feed every 10 minutes, and I was up like 800, 900 followers, and it was just blowing my mind. I couldn't like wrap my head around what was going on. But right now it's 678,000, and it's been between 675 and 680 for the last like 9 months, which I'm fine with. I have my Nick Palladino Fitness account, which I can be a lot more personal on it anyways, so I actually kind of enjoy that one a lot more, my 21,000 compared to my 678, just because I feel like you guys care more about my life, care more about me as a person, rather than just seeing pictures on my main account. So I enjoy that one a little bit more, even though it has like 100 times less followers. Is it a big difference to eat all my macros to stop eating all my macros at 3 p.m. or to eat all the way until bed? I kind of had to change that question up a little bit to make sense. They're basically asking if I should stop eating at 3 or if I can eat all the way until bed. To me, it personally doesn't matter at all. A lot of my clients that are watching this, you guys know that I have specific time frames that I write on my clients' meal plans, and I write in a little note section down below that I just have those time frames for if they wanted a strict plan, if they wanted to be told exactly when to eat. But I always tell them, if you guys want to eat before that, after that, if you guys want to combine your meals, it's totally fine. As long as you guys are staying in your macros within your caloric deficit, if you're cutting within a caloric surplus, if you're bulking, it doesn't really matter what time of the day you're eating those calories. Now, it does matter if you guys feel like shit before you go to bed on a full stomach, then obviously don't eat right before bed. Personally, for me, I like to have a small meal right before bed, which is my protein waffle. I don't like going to bed hungry. I like going to bed full, so that's why I do that. There's so many articles when I was a teenager about you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours, and it stressed me out so much when I missed a meal. But don't worry about it, guys. Be flexible, be lenient. As long as you guys are hitting your macros, you're gonna be fine. And I wish someone had told me that 5 years ago when I was trying to learn all this. How old are you? That's a very simple question. I'm 23 years old, almost 24. How old are you when you started lifting? I took lifting seriously when I graduated high school, so when I was 18 and a half years old is when I really got into it, like when I got into my diet and all that type of stuff. I started doing like the typical high school lifts, chest every single day and abs when I was like 16 years old. But yeah, I didn't start taking it seriously until I was 18 and a half, 19 years old. I was also running track at the time, so no matter how much I lifted, I'd stay the same weight just because I was burning upwards of 5,000 calories a day, running 60, 70 miles a week. How did you overcome, this is a good question about my YouTube channel, how did you overcome adversity when you were starting your channel and it wasn't growing? So I started YouTube in general really late. I got a really late start on the game like I did with Instagram. Right now it's currently, I think it's a really saturated market. There's so many new accounts, there's so many accounts that have been out there for like years and years. So it's very hard to make yourself stand out, and I I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very original with my YouTube account because there's not much originality that you can do anymore that stands out a whole lot from other accounts besides vlogging. Just because vlogging is so personalized with your specific lifestyle that it kind of makes you stand out if you're doing something a little bit more unique. Like for me, I think a big point that stands out on my channel is that like I'm somewhat modeling right now, so I'm like a model slash fitness YouTuber, so that's a little more different than a lot of the other accounts. If you guys want to be a fitness channel, intertwine vlogging and fitness related stuff all in one, just because there's so many accounts. If you just did workouts through the entire video, you can go look up back workout and hundreds of thousands of videos would come up. So if you guys just do specific workouts, or if I did just specific workouts in like one whole video, I don't think it would stand out too much. So I like to try to intertwine that as best as possible. I'm not growing that much right now, my YouTube channel isn't, so maybe I am doing something wrong, but that's just kind of my input on that. What other products are you going to make for Beyond Limits Athletics? That's a very good question. So I have the hoodies coming out, you guys know that. The hoodies, I actually have to go pick up, now that I think about it, I have to go pick up the final samples tomorrow in downtown LA. They just got finished up at the wash house. They should be the final samples. And if they are the final samples, then I'm going to go into production probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks once I finalize some stuff. And they should be ready hopefully within the next couple months, so be on the lookout for that. Getting back on topic here, what other products? I want to get into some sort of accessories, something that people can buy if they maybe can't afford like a t-shirt or a hoodie for like $25 or however much I charge the hoodies. Something a little bit less expensive but still Beyond Limits Athletics branding and all that type of stuff. So maybe some hats, wristbands. If you guys have ideas, let me know. I just love outerwear, so like sweatpants I definitely want to get into, but those are a lot more technical. I still have never found a pair of sweats that I really like and that really fit me. It's either always loose on the waistband, tight on the thighs, not tapered enough, so I definitely want to get into that. I definitely want to get into more of the lifestyle-y stuff, more versatility in the shirts, not just like performance shirts. I definitely want to be a little more versatile and innovative when I can. It's obviously a lot more money to break into a new market, to be more innovative than other competitors when you don't have like the capital, so I definitely want to do that eventually. Have you considered competing, and have you considered steroids? Have I considered competing? Yes, absolutely. I literally debate it probably once or twice a month when I want to do it. It's just, when I do something, I want to do it 100%. I want to make sure I win. I not want to make sure I win, but I want to give it 100% and I want to do good. So I still have yet to get the confidence to do a competition just because I don't feel like I'm up to standards right now. I feel like I need to build a lot of my weak points up. I definitely will do one when I'm done modeling, I would say, when I can actually put on some really decent size and feel good. Like, I feel good about myself right now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get at the 210, 215 and cut down to like a lean 195. So over time, within the next couple of years, 100% yes, I will do a competition. And it would be a very cool series because I've never really been that lean, competition lean 5 to 6%. So that'd be very fun for me as well, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy watching that. Have I considered steroids before? No. I've definitely done a fair share of research on steroids, but I've never been to the point of, oh, I want to find someone that sells steroids because I want to use them. No, it's never been like that. I've always been interested in like reading about them, researching them, but I've always wanted to stay natural and I've always been happy staying natural, and that's the way I will go probably for the rest of my life. How big are your arms in centimeters? I have no idea how big they are in centimeters, but right now I actually had Courtney measure them a month and a half ago, and they were, my left one was always bigger my entire life, but for some reason this one caught up, so they're the exact same right now, and they are 15.8 inches, and when I'm bulking they're around 16 to 16.2 inches, so I lose about a half an inch when I'm cutting. Right now I'd be interested, I'm probably about 15.9 to 16 inches, 16-inch arms. For my height and my weight, it's probably not proportionate. I'd like to be around 16.5 to 17 inches, but that's a little bit unreasonable right now. How old were you when you and Courtney first started dating? She's pretty much exactly a year younger than me. So she's 22 right now, I'm 23. We started dating when I was 20 and she was 19. It's been 3.5 years. That was a crazy, that was like when I first left my house, when I first officially moved out of my house to go somewhere, is when I met Courtney. So it just kind of all happened at one time. We were all super young. I think Austin was 18 years old. We were all just living in Miami as teenagers. It was freaking awesome. So I met her when I was 20. What is your current body fat percentage? Right now, honestly, I'm probably, I want to say mid to low 9%. So like 9 to 9.5% is my guess. If you guys have any ideas, go ahead and comment down below. That's my guess. When I was cutting, I'd probably say around 7.5% to 7%. Last question by Shay. He always has good questions here. If you were in the Hunger Games, what would be your plan to survive? He always has questions that make me think. It's a very, very good question. Honestly, I can go two different ways. I can either go the path where I hide the whole time and just come out last minute and sneak up on someone and just like kill them. As bad as that sounds, that's what the Hunger Games is. If you guys haven't seen the movie, it's basically they put everyone in like a forest or whatever and it's last one to survive. So I'd either hide the whole time, or I would probably try to come up with like a couple alliances and stick with them until the end, and then at the end it'll be really awkward because one of us will have to kill the other one. But I'd do something like that. I probably wouldn't be the aggressive one, just because that never really works out. But that's gonna wrap up this Q&A, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it's not too long. If this video gets 650 likes within the first 48 hours of it going up, I will do the 10,000 calorie challenge at some point this month. I just need to look at my schedule and make sure I can fit in a day, because I will break out like crazy. So I need to make sure I don't have anything going on at least a week after that. Courtney, Megan, and I are all gonna go get sushi right now. They're not home yet. I just finished up shooting at Guest today, so it's been a great day so far. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the day. Peace out. I'll see you soon.